It's spring in the Mid-South, and that means severe weather season. But tornadoes aren't the only threat for people who live in this region. We turn now to producer Dakota Futch to find out what's shaken.
Many of you may not know this, but we live in the New Madrid seismic zone. This zone is the most active seismic area in the United States east of the Rocky Mountains. It is located in southeastern Missouri, northeastern Arkansas, western Tennessee, western Kentucky, and southern Illinois. The active faults in this zone are poorly understood due to the fact that they are not expressed at ground surface where they can be easily studied. The faults are hidden beneath 100 to 200 foot thick layers of soft river-deposited soils called alluvium. The zone experiences more than 200 microseismic earthquakes per year. They are too small to be felt by humans, but can still be detected by a seismograph. We are also on the edge of the Wabash Fault. Bill Call is the Calloway County Emergency Management Director, and any local earthquake would certainly keep him busy.
So both of those are close enough to us that if they had any strong temblors, would definitely affect Calloway County, either catastrophically in the worst case scenario, or at least interruption type in the lesser categories.
Back in 1811, a series of 3 to 5 major earthquakes believed to be magnitude 7 or larger occurred in the New Madrid seismic zone in the 2-month period between December of 1811 and February of 1812. Several thousand additional smaller earthquakes occurred during the 3-month period from December 1811 to March of 1812. These include 15 earthquakes believed to have been magnitude 6.5 to 8 and 189 earthquakes magnitude 5.0 to 6.0. The New Madrid seismic zone appears to be about 30 years overdue for a magnitude 6.3 quake, because the last quake of this size occurred 100 years ago at Charleston, Missouri. Scientists say that the probability of a repeat of the 1811-1812 magnitude 7.5 earthquake is only about 7 to 10%. Imagine if an earthquake did occur in our area, though. We here at Laker TV believe that you should be prepared in the event that this does occur. There are many things that you need to know before an earthquake occurs, during an earthquake, and after an earthquake. Before an earthquake occurs, you and your family should identify the risk of being affected by one. Make a plan for if it occurs, create a disaster kit, and remove, relocate, or secure anything that can fall and hurt someone, fall and block an exit, fall and start a fire, or require a lengthy or costly cleanup. You should have more than one disaster kit, one for your home and another one for your car. Each kit needs to have 1 gallon of water per person per day for a 3-day period at the minimum. Food is also necessary. You should have a sufficient supply of canned or dehydrated food, powdered milk, and canned juices for at least 3 days. Dried cereals and fruits and non-salted nuts are good sources of nutrition. Make sure to avoid foods that will make you thirsty and stock foods that do not require refrigeration, cooking, water, or special preparation. You should include flashlights and spare batteries in your kit. Do not use matches or candles after an earthquake until you are certain that no gas leaks exist. A portable battery-powered radio or television and spare batteries are definitely something you will need. Be sure to include a first aid kit and manual, a fire extinguisher, and a supply of special needs items such as medications, extra eyeglasses, contact lens solutions, sanitation and hygiene items, and any items unique to your family's needs. Prepare customized emergency plans for your people with disabilities in advance. Make sure to keep a supply of cash and copiers of important papers. Some tools should be included. A pipe wrench and a crescent wrench are essential for turning off gas and water valves. You should also have a lighter, a supply of matches in a waterproof container, and a whistle for signaling rescue workers. An extra change of clothes should also be included, along with a sleeping bag or warm blanket. Make sure you know where the gas valve and water main shutoff valves are, along with the electric shutoffs. By now, you should know what to do if you are indoors during an earthquake. But what about if you are outside? First off, stay there and move away from any buildings, trees, streetlights, or utility wires. If you're in a car, pull to the side of the road and stay in the car. If you become trapped under debris, do not light a match. Cover your mouth with a handkerchief or clothing and try not to move about or kick up dust. Tap on a wall or pipe so that rescuers can find you. Shout only as a last resort. Once the ground has stopped shaking and you finish freaking out, Check for injuries and administer medical care to anyone that needs it. Keep a battery-powered radio with you so you can listen for emergency updates and news reports. Do not use the telephone as lines may be down and service limited. Use mobile phones or text messaging to report an emergency. Wear shoes in areas near fallen debris or broken glass. If possible, put out small fires. Use a flashlight to inspect your home. Check gas, electrical, and water lines for damage. Do not touch downed lines or broken appliances. Do not use your car unless there is an emergency. Sightseeing through areas of damage does not count as an emergency. Lastly, be prepared for aftershocks. These secondary earthquakes are usually less violent than the main quake, but they can be strong enough to cause additional damage and weaken buildings. Bill Call had this to say about the problems that would occur after an earthquake in this area.
There'd be multiple problems. You'd have transportation problems, you'd have loss of power, you'd have problems of loss of water and sewage, isolation of the area because of the transportation problems. Collapsed buildings would create injured and trapped people, so you would just have a multitude of problems immediately, and then because of the likely transportation issues, you'd have continued difficulty in getting relief supplies in and relief assistance.
We hope that an earthquake never occurs here, but we have to be prepared for the worst. Hopefully this helped you to prepare. For Laker TV, I'm Dakota Fudge.